All right, we're headed down into the Wolf Creek area that they stocked. And they don't stock all of it, so you need to pay attention where you're at. Like right in here at this spot here, this is private property in this little section right here, but when you get on the other side of it, it's open to fishing. So there's somebody fishing right now. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Outdoor Country. We're in Bland, Virginia today, fishing on Wolf Creek. They were supposed to stock it this week. The water's really crystal clear, and it's probably going to be hard fishing. So I do see some trout swimming in the creek, but looks like it's going to be difficult getting to them, as you can see down here side the bank. There's about one access point right here. And but I can see a few trout out there. They're not very big though. Looks like maybe 8-9 inches long. I see quite a few swimming around. Maybe some smallmouth mixed in with it and stuff, but I don't know if you all can see these. I do see a few laying out here, but I don't know how you're gonna get down here to them, because as you can see, it's straight off the bank and it's really just clogged off in here. So but that's what we're doing today. This is Virginia stock stream in Bland County, Virginia. So we're going to get out here and see if we can catch something. First cast. All right, we got one on the very first cast. We're testing out our new Chow-Chow dough bait. Very first cast, very first time to use the bait. Nice looking rainbow trout. Ooh, he's cold. Like I said, this is Chow-Chow from Fuller Boyz Baits. It's a new dough bait that just come out with it, and the very first cast in the water caught one. I see a lot of trout in here. Doggone it. Try to get down here a little lower. All right, this will be my second cast. Very first cast caught a trout. This is our new Chow-Chow Supreme bait. And the very first cast we made with it, we caught one. And this will be our next try. State stocked this supposedly yesterday. I do see some trout, more trout laying in here, so There's one. Second cast. Fish number 2 on the, there's some even chasing him in. That's fish number 2 on the new Chow-Chow bait from Fuller Boyz. Right in the top of the jaw, right where you want it. These fish aren't too big, but this is a put and take creek, so this is a little male. So we're going to be keeping some of these to do a catch, clean, and cook. Oh. Beautiful stream. It's the first time I've ever been over here to Wolf Creek before, so I've seen they stocked it yesterday. And all right, 2 casts, 2 fish. I see some pretty good ones laying out right in there, but it seems like the little ones is getting to it before the big ones get a chance. So I'd say it's a good testimonial for this new bait, though. It mimics the hatchery food, plus it has real salmon in it. So don't want a very big piece. All right, let's try this again. I'm fishing with no sinker, so there she goes. Wow, look at them. They're going crazy over it. Ah, I missed him. That would have been 3 casts, 3 trout. This water is crystal clear though, but seems there's a lot of little ones in here. I'm trying to keep them from swallowing it just in case we want to turn some of them back loose. Like I said, this is a state put and take stream, so we're going to try to catch some, and we might donate this batch to a family that we know of that likes to eat trout. So, all right, here's cast number 4. There it is. 4th cast, 3 trout. Oh, he come off. Well, at least they're in here. First, like I said, this is the first time I've ever been to Wolf Creek. So, this is another Fuller Boy adventure. I must have stirred them up. They're hitting all kinds of stuff now. All right. Let me show you the bait before I throw it out. That's what it looks like. Like I said, it mimics the trout bait. We designed it that way, color-wise and everything. Got a lot of smell to it, so. There he is. It's every cast I've had a fish. Look at them right here following them in. I don't know if you all can see them, but there are all kinds of trout in here. Yeah, it's like another male. For the first time coming over here to trout fish, I must have hit the jackpot, because like I said, it was hard to get down in here. It's really brushy, and I don't think too many people could get down in here. And what you want to do is with this dode bait, you want to make sure you got a bait holder hook. I'm making it a little big. Excuse me. Okay. I'm making it a little big, but I was trying to get it away from these smaller fish so they wouldn't swallow it, so I'm trying to hook them as fast as they hit it, and I pulled it away from a couple of them, but all right. Like I said, you want to know what this bait is? It's Fuller Boyz dough bait. See if I can get out there in the middle, maybe get a little bit bigger fish. There was a hit already. There he is. This bait right here is going to be, it's going to be something awesome, I can tell you, because I mean, it's been every cast just about that I've either hooked one or missed one. Nice trout. I let him take it a little deeper that time. Let's get the hook out of him. There we go. I'm gonna throw that in back. He was in good shape. And let somebody else have a chance at him. Like I said, we are going to keep our limit, which is 6, but this bait will be available soon. It's not available to the public right now. We're still in the testing phase, but as you can see, I don't think it needs much more testing. I can see some good trout right in there swimming up and down, but seems like these little ones, they just get to it before I can get a big one to get to it. Hot dog. That knocked it plumb out of the water. Did you all see that? I think these fish are hungry. Try that again. I'm trying to get down here to some of these bigger ones. There's a couple bigger ones. I swear the little ones, they grab it. There's one. All right, that's a little bit bigger, nicer trout. Look at them following it in. I don't know if y'all can see these, but these trout are stacked up in this spot. Nice trout. Yeah, I let him swallow it a little bit, so we'll have to keep this one. Got down in there a little too deep. I guess he could have been all right, but I ain't gonna take no chance. I'll just put him on the stringer. Hands off here. Like I was telling you, this is the first time to come over here and fish Wolf Creek. They look like they stocked it really heavy. There's a lot of trout laying out here that I don't know what time they stocked it yesterday, but this is Thursday evening, and I say over the weekend they're going to get hit pretty hard. Of course, it is deer season, so muzzleloader season. A lot of the guys are muzzleloader hunting, and they ain't worried about trout fishing. But all right, here we go again. There he is. I'm telling you, this bait is awesome. They cannot resist it. Oh, well, he made a nice release on his own, but y'all got to see him. I mean, it's been every cast with this. Like I said, this is called Chow-Chow Supreme. We haven't released it yet. This was with the first testing. Today was the first test day, so I think it might work. All right, let's try it again. It's been every cast though. Right there has already got it. Ah, I missed him. Every cast, folks. Now I got myself in a tree. There it is. It's been every single cast with this new bait though I have got a hit. I seen one guy was just leaving this spot, said he didn't even get a bite, that there wasn't no trout in here, so I don't know what he was using, but I think I have to differ just a little bit. All right, let's try this again. It's a little windy today and I'm fishing with no sinker. Gone. I'm gonna have to check this hook. I've done missed two right in a row. Let me check this hook and I'll be right back. Okay, I retied the hook and I'm going to get back out here again, but sun's coming up and it's getting a pretty good reflection off the water. I can't see the trout anymore and the wind's picking up. Let's try this again. Like we said, we're in Wolf Creek in Bland, Virginia. And this was the first trip over here for us, and there's a fish. It's been every cast with this new bait. If you're wondering, is this new bait gonna work? That's for you from Fuller Boyz. I think this will answer your question for you. Grab the net. These trout are dark though, really dark. Drop my pliers in the water here. Looks like another big male. Well, not big male, but a nice male. There you go. I hooked him good, so I'm gonna turn him back loose. You see him swimming off there. I swear, I've never seen a bait work like this. Like I said, they had it made yesterday to mimic the trout hatchery, and plus it does. They have another one, just plain Chow-Chow. It's a little bit not as expensive as this one will be. I mean, every cast there has been a fish, so it's going to be well worth its money. I'm not sure what it's going to sell for. Like I said, it's new, but all right. Let's try it again. All right, Another trout. He's a little fella, looks like. Them other ones is chasing him in though. I believe I can get him out right there. Let's see if we can get him back in the water. He's a little too small to eat. Well, seems like all of these are males. There you go. Just catch him just a second. There goes some good ones right now down the creek. Folks, I'm telling you what, this bait is almost like cheating. I've never seen a bait perform like this right here. I know the Chow-Chow good is good, but this has a little bit more ingredients in it that really, when it hits the water, puts a lot of aroma in the water. And I mean, these trout just go crazy over it. So I'm gonna try to get over. If I quit dropping everything, I'm gonna try to get over here a little bit deeper. It seems like the bigger trout are out in the middle a little bit more. Ah, I missed that one already. That was a little one, went after it, and I tried to pull it away from him. So I didn't want to hook that little one and maybe hurt him or something other, but I would like to get a couple of them big ones out there. Yeah, let's try it again. Like I said, I had a little one going after it, and I tried to pull it away. He did grab hold of it, but I tried to pull it away from him. You can't get to the big ones for the little ones. There's a fish already. I mean, as soon as it hits the water. Wow, what a day on the creek. It's supposed to be 20 degrees Monday, and it's in the 50s today. Beautiful trout. If I can get him in the net. Whoops. Like I said, these are state stock trout. I got him right in the top of the jaw where you want to get him. But he's one of the little bit bigger ones, and we're probably going to keep this one. So let's get him on the stringer and see if we can get another one. All right, that gives us 5 trout already this morning. Been fishing about 30 minutes approximately. Done hooked 3, let 3 get off, and throw 3 back that were hooked in the top jaw. So it's been every cast. These Fuller Boyz baits, I'm telling you, everything they do is handmade, and they don't skimp on any ingredients. Next week they're going to be down to Cedar Springs and Rural Retreat for a disabled military function. So hopefully we'll get some footage of that being there. So, all right, here goes again. Throw it up creek a little bigger. Seem like your bigger ones is up in that other area. Oh, there was a hit. Oh, that one got off. I mean, it's every cast with this bait. I'm having a problem with these hooks this morning. They're not. I'm gonna see if I can bend it out a little bit. I'm missing too many fish. You can do that sometimes and get it out from being aligned with your main leader, and it puts the hook over to the side a little bit, and it'll increase your hookups. And I think that's what's been my problem, because that was a pretty nice trout right there I let get off, but All right. Let's try this again. We need one more for our limit. And I don't think it's going to be no problem. Once you put that sixth one on the stringer, look at that, as soon as it hit the water. There he is. I mean, the second it hit the water, it didn't even have time to settle. Well, he's not a big one. Hopefully we got him in the chop jaw, we can release him. Oh yeah, we can release this one here, but. All right, you seen that one. Right after I bent my hook, I caught a fish. So I think my hook was out of line because I was missing too many fish. And but what a beautiful day God blessed us with. I tell you what, people, if you don't think God's real, get out here and just look at stuff. Pay attention. Pay attention to colors and these rainbows and all that nature provided you. And don't listen to this stuff that God ain't real, I'm telling you. Because one of these days you might find out and it might not be good. All right. I did miss that one, but it was a little one, so I don't care. God blessed us with a beautiful day today, and we're taking advantage of it. And enjoying his creation. But you see they're feeding on top, so I'm gonna try it again. If you order this Chow-Chow Supreme, it'll come in this carrying case, and it's 4 ounces too. It's twice the size of the regular bait, so you are getting your money's worth. So all right, the sun's come back out pretty bright. These trout are moving up and down the creek here. They go up here to this end, and then they'll swim down here to this end. I've been hitting these up here pretty good for the last little bit. I can't get down through the little ones to get to the big ones, so I'm gonna try to throw down here. I can't see anything, but that don't mean there's nothing laying down there. So I'm gonna try it down there. And we're looking for our last trout. If we can catch some more that don't hurt, that we can release, we're gonna dry it for a little while, but I done see the trout already got it. It's them little ones. I'm trying to pull it away from them. Get away out there. If you see the little ones coming at this, they'll grab it, but if you don't set the hook, you can pull it away from them sometimes. It seems like more of the little ones is down there. I tried to get it away from them. Look like the bigger trout's down here at this end, so. I'm using a little bit bigger hook today. I usually use a size 8. I'm using a 4. And the reason I'm doing that is to try to pull it away from them little ones. So I can put a little bit bigger piece of bait on there and get it away from them without getting a hook set. Sometimes you can't do it, and it makes it easier to catch these big ones. All right, folks, I see some more swimming up through here. Here it goes again. I see them done already going after it. One's done got it. Little one pulled it away again. You can't get down to the bigger ones for all these little ones in here. But they ain't none of them what you call big. They're all about, I'd say the biggest one's maybe 12 inches, maybe. But like I said, it's the middle of November, beginning of November, and this has been a fun day for me. And you just want to roll this bait on. I like to leave mine a little long looking. You want it to look like a hatchery food that you're used to feeding on. But all right, I see a couple of decent ones. Here goes again. All right, one has already got it as soon as it hit the water. I can't tell. Good, I pulled it away from him, so that was a good thing. like I said, this bigger hook, it keeps them little ones from swallowing it, so. And I hate to give up this soon, but if I catch one more and it swallows the hook, I'll have to stop fishing because that'll be my limit. 6 limited trout. Like I said, I am putting a bigger bait on to try to keep it away from them little ones, so. All right, let's try it one more time. I see him tacking it like crazy. I can't tell if one's got it or if he, yep. There he is. That one's a good one. We'll probably just keep that one and we'll call it a day today. Let me get him up here. All right, as you've seen, this was a good day's fishing. I don't think the new bait from Fuller Boyz needs any more testing. It's been crazy. It's every cast, and most every one of these is males. So, all right, let me get him unhooked, and we're done fishing because he swallowed it. So, and I'll see you here in a minute. All right, everybody, we made it up here to the car. As you can see, we got our limited trout. We were fishing right off this steep bank right here. Nice little river to fish in, I'm telling you. First time I've got to fish over here, but it's loaded with trout today. Like I said, we were testing Fuller Boyz, B-O-Y-Z. New dough bait called Chow-Chow Supreme. And I mean, it was every single cast I got a hit. Who can say that about a lure? So, all right, guys, we'll get packed up here and we'll holler at you in a minute. All right, everybody, we had a superb day of fishing here on Wolf Creek in Bland, Virginia. Like I said, this is state stocked waters. You got to watch when you come down through here, though. Some of it's private, some of it's not, but if the good Lord's willing, we might try to come back tomorrow. We've already got our limit, been fishing for about 40 minutes. Probably lost 4 different trout, and I think we turned loose about 4 that was lightly hooked and, you know, wouldn't be no harm to them. So, but I don't know if we'll be back tomorrow. If not, thank you for watching Outdoor Country Adventures. Go down there and give us a like and a subscribe. Help us out, and we'll bring you more fishing adventures. And eventually, you might get to try some of this bait yourself. See you, everybody. I wanted to show you a little, a little bit more of the water down through here, but you got access on one side of the river, and the other side you can see people live there. So you have to know, watch for your trout stocking signs. But it's a beautiful little river up through here. Try to give you a little footage of what it looks like. Like I said, when you come down here and you're fishing on state stocked waters, you want to look for them signs right there like it's on that tree. It'll say stock trout waters, and it'll let you know where you can fish and can't fish. So